So today we're going to be working Ruby's place command. I know we've already given a little bit of instruction to you guys about the bed, but this is going to be something for you to be able to refer back to if you have any questions. So in the beginning, when we're training her at your house, she will be on leash. This is going to allow her the ability to be stopped in case she decides I don't want to do this anymore, or gets up and walks in the other direction. We can step on that leash and make sure that she goes to the spot that we designate for her as her bed. A couple things that we want to keep in mind. Her bed command is all four elbows and belly on the bed in a down position. We're not going to tell her down, and we're not going to tell her stay. We're going to teach her that she only gets paid and rewarded when she's in that down position, all four elbows and belly on that specific bed texture. And then we start to build our stay slowly by walking away and coming back to her. So the only time we're ever going to be using a command in this exercise is going to be bed. So first what we'll be doing is showing her where we want her to go to lay down, again on leash. We will be using treats as a lure for her. She really loves to work for her food. And then we will slowly build in a duration where she stays on her bed as we start to walk away to be able to leave the room and she stay in that position. If we have any failures, all we have to do is just back it up. So if I start to walk away, I get 2 feet away from her, and then she gets up, I go back, put her back on her bed, and I back it up to about a foot. I start to walk away and do that several times. So I'm going to start doing some demonstration for you guys. That way you know what you need to do to practice this in the house. So first we're going to show her what we want. Then we're slowly going to add in distractions of the doorbell, knocking on the door, somebody being on the other side. And then we will be doing distractions with a correction. So we'll be using the e-collar to reinforce the bed if she decides she wants to get up. Okay, Ruby. Again, everything's on leash. Ruby, bed. Just show her where I want. Now I'm just luring her into a down position. Good. Once she's in that position, then she gets rewarded. Okay. Good girl. Ruby, bed. Yes. Good girl. Ruby, bed. Once she gets into it, she will really pick it up. She knows this exercise and command, but it's a different bed for her today. She's a little weary of it, so we're just going to go slow with her. Is that itchy? Yes. Good girl. So the 3 markers that we're going to be using during this exercise. Yes, you've done it and you're done, where I released her to me to come get the treat, as I just did on the bed once she was in that position. Yes, I marked the reason why she was getting paid, because all 4 elbows and belly were down, and then she can come to me for a reward. Our duration marker, I like to use good with a drop in intonation. This is going to be really important for you, especially Kate, because I know you get very excited when you talk to her, but we want her to have a nice calm energy. And so we're going to drop our intonation, good, because I want her to stay in that position. And I bring the treat to her. Our negative marker, whichever you decide is going to be easiest for you, a lot of dogs respond to both, no or really catches them. So those are the 3 markers that we're going to be using during this exercise. When I was initially teaching her what I wanted her to do, I put her in the place. Yes, come off for your treat, we're done. Now I'm gonna start working my duration marker because I want her to continue to stay in that position as I start to walk away. Ruby, bed. Are you tired already? I'm just gonna lure her all the way on. Let her figure it out. No. Bed. Give her a little help. Good. Now I'm going to reinforce my command, bed. I'm slowly going to start to walk away to build our stay. Good. Bed. Each time I come in to give her her treat, I'm using my good marker because I want her to continue to do this. Good. So one thing that you'll notice, Ruby, bed. This is why we have the leash. So she doesn't decide, I don't want to do this anymore. No. Ruby, bed. Good. Good girl. Bed. You'll notice I'm not repeating my command over and over and over again. I'm telling her one time, giving her a little bit of time to process it. If she's not looking like she's thinking about what I just told her, I give her a little bit of a help with the lure. The only time we want to repeat a command is if we break it up with a negative marker. So in this case, she was sitting, she wasn't laying all the way down. No. Bed. I broke it up with my negative marker. You're not doing what I asked you to do. This is what I want you to do. Now I do repeat it as I walk away to reinforce what I want. Bed. And then I start to walk away. But we don't want to keep telling her bed, bed, bed over and over again, because if we do that and then we lure her into position, well, now we just created a string of commands, which means we have to repeat it that many times every time because it was on the 4th or 5th that we finally had her lay down. Good. Good girl, Ruby. So as you see, we start slowly walking away, then we slowly add to where we duck out of sight and come right back. So that way she can still stay in that position and not break every time we go around a corner or go out of sight from her. Bed. Good girl. Now I'm slowly going to start walking over to the door, knocking on the door, ringing the doorbell, so that way I can build the distraction in. Now that she knows what I'm asking of her, we can slowly add that distraction. Ruby, bed. Good. So she got up when I went to go open the door, so I'm just going to put her back into her place. I'm going to help her out a little bit. She's already getting tired. All the way on. She's not going to get paid until all 4 feet, elbows, and belly are on the ground. No. Ruby, bed. She's not looking like she's recognizing anything, so I'm going to help her a little bit. Good. Bring the treat to her. See if I can get one more successful door knock. Bed. Good. Good girl. Okay. That's a good girl. We always want to end on a positive note. If you see she's having a hard time with something, we want to back it up and always make sure that we end with a success and not a failure. Because the next time we do this exercise, she'll remember, oh, that was really hard, or, okay, that was fun. So we always want to make sure we end on a positive note, make sure we keep our training real nice and fun and happy. She can sometimes try to turn pressure off the